Welcome back to the Hurry Up Offense. 5 minutes of fantasy football news and advice. I am Smokey Rameriz, your fantasy football pro. Let's go. Today's topic is zig when others zag. But first, let's get into the news. Joe Mixon is not practicing right now due to a failing foot. Now, it may not be as serious as it seems right now. He may actually play, but you're going to have to monitor that situation if you have Joe Mixon on your team. And if he is out, you're going to have to go with a different option. Or you could also grab Gio Bernard at the last minute because he's almost definitely on your waiver wire unless you're in an extremely deep league. Look for him. Jonnu Smith is actually practicing in a limited form right now after his ankle situation that happened in the last game. Now, right now it looks actually like there's a decent shot that he will play this week against the Steelers. But I would be wary. But then again, this is a tight end, and tight ends are sparse, we should say, because there is just not that many good tight end options that actually produce for fantasy football's sake. So let's hope he plays. Miles Sanders is out for the Thursday game for the Eagles. Diontae Johnson is a full go at practice, and it looks like he's going to play this weekend. But don't let that turn you off of Chase Claypool, because I really do believe that both of these wide receivers are going to be productive in this offense. Now, it does hurt Juju, so do with that what you will. The Seahawks are interested in Antonio Brown. I don't know why this is news. Let's move on. I hope you're seeing this in time because Darius Slayton is also questionable for Thursday night's game against the Eagles. And if we've noticed anything out of this Giants offense is that Darius Slayton is the only beacon in the darkness, the only shining ray of light that is coming out of a really dark offense right now. So if he is not there, maybe we can get a game or two of relevance out of our old friend Golden Tate. That's it for the news today. Let's get to the game theory portion of the show. Today we are talking about zig when others zag. And I can give you an example of this in something that I have actually done in one of my leagues. I noticed everyone was hurting for running backs, and everyone is deleting the running backs directly off the waiver wire. I mean, we're down to second string options. Some third string options people are starting to take because they need running backs that badly. So I actually had one extra grade A running back in Dalvin Cook that I turned into Michael Thomas, a returning Michael Thomas, Devontae Adams, and Lamar Jackson. I got all three of these grade A elite products for my team. And no, this did not happen through one single trade, but I did it through a series of trades that ended up putting the ball in my court, and I end up with 3 elite options instead of 1, all because one person needed help at running back and I had a grade A elite running back to offer to them. And already having Kenny Golladay on my team, I now have 3 very elite wide receivers to play with for the rest of the season, and all 3 of them are already past their bye weeks. I am set to go for that. And if you're worried about my running backs on that team, I still have Joe Mixon. Got him in the second round. And I have an emerging rookie breakout candidate in DeAndre Swift. So I think I'm good. A proven commodity sitting on the bench in Melvin Gordon. So I'm set for that team. All I'm saying is sometimes you need to zig when the others zag. And the last thing I want to talk about today is what's going on with Juju Smith-Schuster. This guy was elite for about a season and a half. And of course he had his troubles last season, as we saw without Big Ben Roethlisberger being there as his quarterback. So we had to blame that season on the unproven quarterbacks who failed miserably at times. But, so he comes back healthy this year. Big Ben is back healthy, and he's just not receiving that high-end production that he received when Antonio Brown was there. Why is this? I'm going to give you 3 quick reasons. 1, double coverage. There is not a dynamic receiver and a super elite option like Antonio Brown there, as there used to be when Juju had his breakout season. 2, the Steelers do not plan on keeping Juju into next season. And finally, the emergence of Diontae Johnson and Chase Claypool have actually eaten into his targets. There's not that many targets to go around from a 38-year-old Big Ben Roethlisberger who just doesn't pass as much as he once did. And when he is passing, he's working with his new commodities rather than the old guy who's going to be gone at the end of the season. And it's weird saying that considering he's still in his very early 20s at this time. But he's the old kid on the block. What are you going to do? We may see him return to relevance with a new team next season. But as for this season right here, Juju Smith-Schuster, unless there's an injury of some sort that makes him relevant, is kind of done for fantasy production for this season. That's it, guys. Please subscribe to the Beyond Football channel. I am Smokey Rameriz, your fantasy football pro. I'll see you next week. Deuces.